Photobomb.
Is that tape? Enjoy that, enjoy it, see my bomb doesn't correct. Hey? See no more.
Is this allowed? You got my permission in writing to film me and put me on the big stage?
No, do you mind giving me your permission?
I'm only joking.
Selfie.
I'm recording, you know.
Oh, damn it. I was wanting a selfie. You got a minute?
No.
I know, really? I know keepers,
Hi, Laura.
Hi. What am I doing? I'm looking for change.
You're on the internet.
Am I?
And you're live, and I've got a new mic now, so I'm testing it out.
I'm live?
You might be speaking to people in Australia.
Oh.
Say hello to the world. How's it going?
That was good earlier when you were walking along.
Yeah?
The microphone was in front of the lens. So
I know, I have to keep watching it. If it drops down like that, you can see it.
hello folks.
So I've got to keep it either lower or higher. So, is it working? Well,
It works, it sounds a bit harsh, but
oh well.
there's no settings we can adjust.
I got it from the pound shop.
Pound shop.
So I can get a better one.
I hesitate to say it sounds like it. It's better than
Give it a try. I can go for a better quality one, but I wanted to try one first.
If you want, you can listen to yourself through the headphones. It sounds great.
Does it?
Go on.
Oh God.
Hi Moira, how you doing? Lovely to see you back.
Hi Pete. It's good to be back. Oh God, take them off me.
Do you not like that? There's a little bit of latency, you might have noticed.
Oh, it's weird. Right, I'm closing this up for a wee while, Mark. Alright, okay.
Je weet in de corner. Ah, exactly.
Right, everybody, we're live to the interweb. Yay!
Wearing these shoes with you, it was how do you do? It was whiskey and telling your tale.
I don't know if you noticed, if you've signed up for a live stream, that Ronnie Scott's jazz club down in London, they also live stream on livestream.com, so we're in good company.
And all of my brothers that I've met on the way, they were drinking by night, they were drinking by day. Now restore to my eyes what was clear and was bright, and take me out drinking tonight. Oh, take me out drinking tonight.
Over the last 14 weeks, we've had people watching in from Brisbane, Australia. We've had lots of people from Australia, actually. We've had people from Canada, we've had people from America, we've had people from all over Europe. What did you say? Germany, Holland, France. So yeah, we've been pretty international, and many of those people have been to Ayr at some point as well, or have got family here. So thank you, Bob, for making this happen.
Now restore to my eyes what was clear and was bright, and take me out drinking tonight. Whoa, take me out drinking tonight.
I'm on, but I'm not on. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the ghoulish and slightly garish and probably rather unpleasant Acoustic Bliss tonight. Got a bit of an echo over there. So who knows what we have in store for you? You probably can't see the pub is like a cave, and we have some ghoulish treats for you tonight. But we're going to start this evening with our beauteous songwriter session, and we have the really wonderful Paul Crichton. He's going to play us some songs, and shortly they will be on his new album. So we're going to play his titles in a very short while. He's not quite ready yet, Mark. So tonight, oh sir. What can I tell you? Yes, so tonight we have some ghoulish and garish and grisly storytelling for you. We also have, we're going to do a little promotion for Tampa Fest, which is on Saturday. That's the Ayres new family festival around the Tam O'Shanter story. And that's taking place all day on Saturday, all over town. There's music, there's a market, there's a whole variety of things. And there's a link on our website, on live stream to the Tamfest website. But we'll do more about that and of course we've got whatever musicians have turned up to play, although a lot of them seem to have gone home to bed already. But we'll have to have a bit of werewolf tonight, won't we? Even though it's not yet All Souls Eve or All Souls Day, we're just building you up slowly, macabrely, perhaps. And no doubt some lacy clothing will catch on something and be unravelled at some point. So Paul Crichton, do you have me? So Mike, I suppose you could... So, good evening, everybody. This is Paul Crichton. He's going to play some music. We were on Moira Cam then. You'll see Moira over there. She's wandering around. She's got a new addition to Moira Cam. She's got Moira Mic now. So, yeah, watch that. So no more cursing at her when she appears with the camera.
Which one?
Anyway, everybody.
Well, good evening, folks, and thanks very much for Carol and Mark for inviting me to play this evening. I've been working with making a new album with Peter, who's also up and behind us at the desk. He'll be joining me for one of the songs later. Ostensibly, it's a song about peace and the journey to peace. And peace has become a guiding force for me in recent years, and I'm very honoured to be working directly with Aaron Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi's grandson, in the creation of a peace education curriculum. So I'm going to give you some songs off the album. These are all to do with peace and. Oh, yeah. The scarf I'm wearing is the World Peace Tartan scarf. I was honoured to be given a full kilt in the World Peace Tartan, and I was also given a scarf, and my wife was given a pashmina in recognition of the work I've done in peace education already. I hate name dropping, but
No, you don't. No, you don't.
but I met the Dalai Lama, and he'll be watching tonight. Yeah. We're going to start with a song, the title track of the album, and it's really a sort of autobiography, a journey that I guess most of us are on, or all of us are on, and throughout life. It's those of us who strive towards peace. Though these traveling shoes are worn and tattered, still they're moving on. They have learned to tread the roads that matter, down the road since I was young. Down that well-worn path I wandered, chasing dreams and ever yonder I freely wasted time. 'Twas mine to squander along the road since I was young. Searching for some peace has been my story. Make a difference when you can, doing what's right and not for glory, along the road since I was young. Down that well-worn path I've wandered, chasing dreams and ever yonder I freely wasted time. 'Twas mine to squander along the road since I was young. There have been mistakes, I've made plenty. I made good friends along the way. I have held them close, those who love me, along the road since I was young. Down that well-worn path I've wandered, chasing dreams and ever yonder I freely wasted time. 'Twas mine to squander along the road since I was young. Peace is more than words, it's more than talking. It's a journey that we're on. These battered old shoes have kept on walking down the road since I was young. Down that well-worn path I've wandered, chasing dreams and ever yonder I freely wasted time. 'Twas mine to squander along the road since I was young. Down that well-worn path I've wandered, chasing dreams and ever yonder I freely wasted time. 'Twas mine to squander down the road since I was young. Down the road since I was young. Thank you very much. Steve's going to swap instruments for this next song. When I was younger, I used to watch my grandfather play bowling in the park, and I used to meet an old man who was also there watching the bowling. And my grandfather had a great tattoo on his arm of Buffalo Bill because he helped when the Buffalo Bill's Wild West Circus came to Glasgow Green. And this man had at the time, when I was only about 8, I thought it was a crap tattoo because all it was a number. And it wasn't until later on I realised what that number signified. And the song I'm going to sing is about it's about this man. But one of the other things, one of the other reasons I sing this song, I've just retired, but for many, many years, 37 years, was a teacher. And one of the things I would teach the kids was all about peace education, obviously, but I was asked by a guy to to teach the children so it didn't happen again, and they gave me this, which is an Auschwitz cross, which was given to his father, Julius Perlis, who was a prisoner within Auschwitz, and he asked me to teach the children so it doesn't never happens again. So I try to sing songs which have meaning and a story to tell. So this is a story. This is a song called Rubinstein. There's an old man in the park, sometimes sits till after dark. Old men often don't say much. Rubinstein was just one such. But if you sit with him a while, he would talk and sometimes smile. Rubinstein remembers long ago, September's long ago. They say he came from Germany, from a poor, hard-working family. Jewish tailors don't get rich, but they sew a clothes close stitch. He wanted to be left alone, raise his family, build a home. He didn't want to stand in line, a yellow star his David's sign. Rubinstein remembers, but he will not say where he was or what he did. All those years he went away. Rubinstein remembers, but his voice is still. Feels his cold around him as he feels a sudden chill, then walks away. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. The next song is a song which crosses the centuries, and it's a constant reminder of how man's greed has been at the expense of others. It's a song about man's inhumanity to man, and it's called The Road of Tears, and it tells, there's 6 verses. The first verse is about the Highland clearances, the second verse is about the slave trade, third verse is about the Irish famine, or people would say genocide. The fourth verse is about the Native Americans, fifth verse is about the Holocaust, and sixth verse is about the invasion of Iraq. So it crosses the centuries. And so these songs are all put together with the students that I taught in mind, but now they're featuring the new album. They came at dawn from out the darkness, swords and torches in their hands. They said it was the chieftain's orders, clear the hillsides and the glens. No more we'll smell the broom and the heather, share the bannock with our kin, be laid to rest beside our fathers. It almost broke our hearts and minds to board the ship of tears, to board the ship of tears. They came with chains, they enslaved us, tore us from our native home. Across the ocean bound together, they whipped us till our skin was torn. They sold us to the highest bidder, forevermore to be the slave. We lost our homes, we lost our families, we almost lost our hearts and minds. We're on our knees, and still we pray. We're on our knees, and still we pray. We crossed the sea to flee the hunger, wasted rags of skin and bone. The fields we left were black and barren, a ravaged land no longer home. The coffin ships were filled with mourning. We one last look back to the land, the quiet men and women keening. It almost broke our hearts and minds to leave the fields of tears, to leave the fields of tears. They came in floods and covered wagons, drove across our ancient lands. They said to scorn our elders' wisdom, take the path their Lord commands. They stole our hills, they stole our rivers, the Mother Earth with whom we're joined. They led us from our spirit fathers. It almost broke our hearts and minds to walk the trail of tears, to walk the trail of tears. They came at night, they broke our windows, smashed our shops, our homes they took. They demonized our every feature, beat us up, then burned our books. They led us to the camps in showers. The smell of death was all around. We searched in vain for our families. It almost broke our hearts and minds. We're on the train of fear. We're on the train of fear. They came in hordes across the desert, storms of dust that seared the skin. They said they'd come for our oppressor, they would make a meal of him. They said that we would earn our freedom, come to see their way is right. But still we weep and we're bleeding. They have not won our hearts and minds. We're on the road of tears. We're on the road of tears, it never ends. The road of tears, the road of tears. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to ask Peter to come up now with his instrument. This song's it's called Seal Song. You'll be slitting your wrist by the end of the mass spot. You know, it's all the songs I'm singing tonight are kind of sad, but this is the saddest of the lot. It's a statement about man's greed and how some people totally ignore or are ambivalent to the pain they cause others. Sing its chord. I think it's. Just waiting for Steve's guitar. Here we are, still pining for its mother so far away. Its toys and to drinkest for the fun of the human race. Here the young still pleading, his eyes so full of fear. In despair and isolation, the veil of death is nearly here. Here the young still crying to the hunters upon the shore. Take your guns and your clubs away. Don't kill us anymore. I hear you coming across the snow. I'm scared 'cause I know what you're gonna do. I'm lying here, dying here, no hope at all. Won't you listen to my plea? Won't you listen to my call?
See the young child dying, empty eyes stare up to the sky, and the mother's heart is breaking as she watches her baby die. Hear the young child pleading with his eyes full of fear, in despair and isolation. The veil of death is nearly here. I see your armies go marching by, hear the builders fly, hear the bombs that fall. I'm lying here, dying here, no hope at all. Won't you listen to my plea? Won't you listen to my call?
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Peter. It's a spring drum. So I'm going to ask the Peter McGregor if he's here. I'll say to him. Oh no. Well, it seems the percussionist isn't here, but okay, this is the last song of my set, and thank you very much for indulging me in it. The album is going to be released probably January, but hopefully nearer the time I'll get another opportunity to share some of the other tracks, the happier tracks off of it with you. But this final song is a song called The Waters of Freedom, and it's a song about the events leading up to and during the civil rights demonstrations in America, and it's more upbeat. We're so long by the fountain to drink from the white man's supply. I've been itching my way up the mountain, and my throat's being parched and dry. Now we share the same source of refreshment as Martin once dreamed that we would. We're sampling the waters of freedom, and no wine ever tasted as good. The great Billie Holiday shocked us with a haunting and stark melody, sang of strange fruits swinging gently from a southern poplar tree. The Martin Luther King decried the Ku Klux Klan abuse, and his blind white eyes that feigned surprise at the burnings and the noose. I waited so long by the fountain to drink from the white man's supply. I've been itching my way up the mountain, and my throat's been parched and dry. Now we share the same source of refreshment as Martin once dreamed that we would. Sampling the waters of freedom, I know wine ever tasted as good. In Montgomery, Alabama, boycott was seen on the streets after Rosa Parks insisted she would sit in a white man's seat. A simple act brought down in time the statutes of Jim Crow, though the bus ride bound for freedom still had a mighty long way to go. I waited so long by the fountain to drink from the white man's supply. I've been inching my way up the mountain, and my throat's been parched and dry. Now we share the same source of refreshment as Martin one stream that we would. I'm sampling the waters of freedom. I know wine never tasted as good. Yes, it's been a long, long journey since those days at Little Rock. 9 black students saw the doors of the high school there unlocked. Bob Dylan said the times were a-changin', and Pete Seeger too showed the way. And the preacher from Atlanta sang, we shall overcome someday. I waited so long by the fountain to drink from the white man's supply. I've been inching my way up the mountain, and my throat's been parched and dry. Now we share the same source of refreshment as Martin once dreamed that we would. I'm sampling the waters of freedom. I know wine never tasted as good. Martin shared his dream with us over 50 years ago. But the seeds of freedom we have learned are the hardest seeds to sow. We've had our first black president, so we know we're on our way. Holding hands in faith and truth, we shall overcome someday. Drink from the white man's supply. I've been itching my way up the mountain, and my throat's been parched and dry. Now we share the same source of refreshment as Martin once dreamed that we would. Sampling the waters of freedom, I know wine never tasted this good. Yes, I'm sampling the waters of freedom, I know wine never tasted this good. Thank you very much, and thanks very much to Carol for allowing me to do this. And thanks to Steve. Oh, right. Do one more, okay. Well, this is a song I wrote about people taking off their land in South Uist. And there's a refrain in it that says Kimaraha, which means hello, how are you? My heart is in this land, the rocks, the sea and the sand, and the house that burns before me I built with my bare hands. But the landlord's agents have thrown us off. They say it's time to go. We need this land for grazing. Now you must leave these shores, and they sent us on a sailing ship with labels round our necks over the sea to New York. Well, they might as well be sending me to the planets up above. I know nothing of the city. Where is New York? And on the third week of the journey, I gave my daughter up to the sea. My wife can't stop crying, can't bear to look at me, and the future is uncertain. But this much I know, they don't cut the peat in New York. Kimurahashi, but they don't understand. Kimurahashi, the once proud Jewish man. And as the lights go down in Brooklyn, I dream I'm on the Strand, a golden-haired angel turning cartwheels in the sand. And I never will go home now. I'm 42 or 3. They don't
got to beat in New York. Images of burning crops lying in a haunted sky. The pain of unsung lullabies. The fact I cannot cry. They took my land, they took my soul, cast to the unknown. Set us on a heartbreak tide, all together but so alone. Kimarashi, but they don't understand. Kimarashi, the once proud Jewish man, and I never will go home now. The joy's not for me, but in my breast pocket, a lock of golden hair I carry with me, and in music it reminds me of my heaven beyond the sea. They don't got to Pete in New York. Kimarashi, the once proud Jewish man. Kimarashi, like a chimp porter at the Grand. And if only the white horses would come carry me home. They don't cut the beat in New York. They don't cut the beat in New York. They don't cut the beat in New York.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mr. Paul Crichton, everybody. What a fantastic songwriter session, and thank you to Stevie Bass as well. Thank you.
All over the world, everyone knows Halloween as the night when witches howl and ghosts scream on every corner. This is the night the dead walk and restless spirits stalk the edges of our dreams. It's the night that old Betty Davidson takes Robert Burns on a journey from his death to his birth. A journey that visits the bard's most loved songs and poems and traces the origins of his masterpiece, Tam O'Shanter. When Chapman billies leave the street and drouthy neighbours meet, as market days are drawing late and folks begin to tack the gate, while we sit boozing at the nappy and getting foo and unca happy, we think not on the lang Scots miles, the mosses, waters, slaps and stiles that lie between us and our hame, where sits our sulky, sullen dame, gathering her brews like gathering storm, nursing her wrath to keep it warm. This truth found honest Tam O'Shanter, as he frae airy night did canter, all there wham there a tune surpasses, for honest men and bonny lassies. Oh, Tam, had thou been sae wise as ta'en thy ain wife Kate's advice, she told thee weel thou was a skellum, a blethering, blustering, drunken blellum, that frae November till October ae market day thou wasna sober, that ilka melder with a miller thou sat as long as thou had siller, that every naig was cad a shoe on, that smith in thee got roaring foo on, that at the Lord's house, even on Sunday, thou drank wi' Captain Jean till Monday. She prophesied that late or soon thou would be found deep drowned in Doon, or catch wi' warlocks in the muck by Alloway's old haunted kirk. Oh, gentle dames, it gars me greet to think how many counsels sweet, how many lengthened sage advices the husband from the wife despises. But to our tale. A market night, Tam had got planted anchor right, fast by an ingle blazing finely, with reaming swats that drank divinely, and at his elbow suitor Johnny, his ancient trusty drouthy crony. Tam loved him like a very brother. They'd been getting through for weeks together. The night drave on with sangs and clatter, and the ale was growing better. The suitor told his queerest stories, the landlord's laugh was a ready chorus. The landlady and Tam grew gracious, with favours secret, sweet and precious. The storm without might rear and rustle, Tam didna mind the storm a whistle. Ger mad to see a man sae happy and drowned himsel among the nappy. Kings may be blessed, but Tam was glorious. All else alive victorious. But pleasures are like poppies spread. You seize the flower, its bloom is shed. Or like the snow falls in the river, a moment white, then melts forever. Or like the borealis race that flit ere you can point their place. Or like the rainbow's lovely form, vanishing amid the storm. Nae man can tether time nor tide. The hour approaches, Tam maun ride. That hour o' night's black arch the keystone, that dreary hour he mounts his beast in, and sick a night he tacks the road in, as ne'er poor sinner was abroad in. The wind blew as it was blown its last, the rattling showers rose and the blast, the speedy gleams, the darkness swallowed, loud, deep and lang the thunder bellowed. That night a child might understand. The deal had business on his hand.
A woman like open presses that showed the dead in their last dresses, and by some warlocks and witches in a dance, nae caught till the owner wore his tail truth hornpipes, jigs, strands, man and mother's son turnkey when e'er to drink ye are sticky nitty music whistles charges screwed the pipes and got them skirled to roof and drafters o' the dirl. Remember Tam O'Shanter's mare.
It's quite witchy. Before you go out on this dark and misty night, here's a little story to take you on your way. Because Sandy was in a good form and he was having a great time and he was out on the Raz and he'd been having a fantastic week. He was so happy because he was marrying Isabel and he was just about to go and sink a few drams with his father-in-law, so he was really on a roll. He was skipping along the old high street of Ayr. There he was, kicking the old leaves, tripping over the cobblestones, tapping his heels. His workmen's boots along the cobbles of the old town. And as he slipped and scattered his way across towards the old brig, he got nearer and nearer to the old kirk. Now Sandy was quite happy because he had his dog with him. He's got a new dog. He was a great wee dog, except that he had a thing about digging holes, finding things. You know how it is with a dog. They have to come and go and sniff. Well, the dog was running ahead and the dog was running behind and the dog disappeared completely. And when he appeared again, the dog was holding something that looked like a ball, and Sandy said, "Ho, what's that you've got there, son?" And then he looked and he saw and he realized that the ball was no ball at all, but in fact, it was a human skull. And Sandy was now carrying somebody's head. Now, Sandy wasn't too perturbed at this because he was, he'd had a couple of drams already, you see, and when you've had a couple, you know how it is. But he saw the skull and he said, "Hey, you are the only one who's probably not coming because I am inviting the whole of the pub to the party tonight. There'll be hot dogs for everybody. It's my wedding party tonight." So, wedding party. Yeah, so you're coming to me with my wedding party. Now, everybody's welcome to my party, but you know, it's a bit late for you because you've had your day. And I'm a bit embarrassed, to be honest, about having you here. I think I better put you back where you belong. So Sandy picked up the skull and he carried him over to where there's a couple of tombstones lying just heaped up against each other, and he pushed him underneath, and he thought, well, hey, that's okay, isn't it? Because nobody knows that you've been dug up, and kind of sorry about my dog, but that's how it has to be. And he went on his way, kicking the leaves and scattering and just looking forward to the day when he'd be wed to Isabel, because it wasn't long now. And he sank a few drams that night. And a week's time, he sank a few more, and he and Isabel were hitched. Now, the party was going strong. And over the other side of the river in Newton-on-Ayr, that's where his in-laws lived. And the party was, well, they weren't going to waste money on catering, no, they had the party at the house. And the father lived in an old cottage, one of the old remaining fishermen's cottages that was still down by the millside. And so the party was going fine, and the fiddles were fiddling, and the guitars were guitaring and strumming, and things were looking hot, until suddenly there was a knock at the door. Yeah. Now, this is strange because the door was wide open. There was absolutely no need for anyone to knock at the door, but here it came again. So somebody went to the door and said, "Oh, come on, what are you doing out there, man? Come in." But standing at the door was a tall, tall man. And he was all wrapped in a dark cloak. And he was all happed in a dark, large hat. So much so that you couldn't see his eyes because this hat fell over the top. And this man, he leaned over and he said, "Where's the bridegroom?" Well, this was obvious. Where was the bridegroom? Of course, he was in with his wife. He was dancing and he was having these hot dogs. He was having a party. He was having a good time. And the man said, "Where's the bridegroom?" Now, this was getting a bit annoying. Of course, where's the bridegroom? The bridegroom was in at the party. He was in at the wedding. "Bring the bridegroom here, for he has called me." Well, the bridegroom obviously had to be summoned, and Sandy came along to the door, and he saw this man, and he said, "Who are you? What are you doing here? Why don't you come in? Look, it's a party. Everybody's welcome. Come in too. Just because we don't know you." He says, "Well, you know, you do know me, and you invited me. But you know, I can't cross your threshold. I want you to come to mine and take a drink with me." Sandy said, "Now this is ridiculous. You can't possibly. You're not, I can't leave the party. I can't leave my wife. She'll go mad." "Come with me. come out into the dark. Come with me. There was something about the gravity of this man. And Sandy walked across the threshold and out into the darkening night. And they walked out into the gathering mist, along the Newton shore, along the Norton side, and they walked along the river's bank and up into the banks, which I think you'd call Dunmulling now. But at the time, it was just farms, up to the hillside, through the woods, and there was a crack in the hills. Come, he said, come here. And the crack in the hillside opened and revealed a door set there. In they went, inside the hill. There was a great cavern inside the hill, and there was a fire burning in a grate, and there were candles set all about in the grate. And the man said, sit you down, and you'll take a drink with me, for you called me to you. Sandy was feeling a little bit uncomfortable about this, but he thought, well, it would be very impolite to not, and I've come all this way, so he set himself down by the fireside in the seat where he was told. And as he sat, he looked up and around him, and the man said, oh, don't think to be moving yet. Don't think you're going anywhere until you see that candle there. See that candle? There's a mark there, a black mark. And when that candle burns down to that mark, okay, I'll let you go. Sandy was quite disturbed over this, but he sat still. Looking around him, looking up, he saw above his head something that looked like maybe a large chandelier, but when he made it out in the gloom, it was large and it was flat and it had a circle in the center and it was a millstone. And he said, what's this doing up here? Why have you got a millstone above my head? He said, oh, it's all right. It's held by some hairs that I plucked from your true love's head. And if she loves you, then it'll be safe and stay sound. You're going to find out just how much she loves you tonight. Sandy settled himself into the chair and he stared up at this large stone that was hanging perilously above his head, shivering and watching the candle burning slowly down. The cockerel crowed, and light began to peer through the crack, and dawn came. And just at this point, Sandy looked across, and the candle at long last had reached the mark, and he said, I'm going, I can leave now, yeah? Is it okay? I'm going. Yes, okay, said the man, this time you can go. Away. Have a good life. And Sandy slipped out of the door and he ran down the hill and he shot alongside the riverbank and he trod as fast as he could, and it was still misty and it was damp and the road was slippery and he was feeling his way because, you know, your feet know the way, but he couldn't find the cobblestones and things felt a little strange. And he realized the ground was really rather smooth, and as he ran along towards the down by the shore, down by where all the shops should be, where were all the awnings, where were all the shopkeepers that would be out first thing in the morning putting all their wares out? There was nothing but some strange vehicles moving up and down the road. And the road that was so smooth. He looked around him and he looked to find out where the house was, where his father-in-law's house was, but all he could see were more of these vehicles and the ground so smooth. It was like the house had never been there. And panicking, he ran back towards the high street and he slipped his way past the Wallace Tower and up towards the flat where he lived, and he intended to take Isabel, his wife. And as he trod up the stairs, this place looked the same, but somehow not quite the same. He chapped on the door, hoping that Isabel wasn't too mad with him and would let him in. But the door was opened by a very elderly lady who peered at him and said, said, but I'm Sandy, this is my house. Who are you? What are you doing in my house? Where's Isabel? Where is everybody? And she said, I have no idea what you're talking about, young man. What is it you're saying? He said, but this is my house. The old woman said, oh, of course, don't be so stupid. I've lived here for all of my life, and my father before me, and his father before that. And I don't think you ever lived here, unless it was a very long time ago indeed. He said, but I've just left the wedding. My wife, my family. She said, wedding? Wedding? A bridegroom, eh? Do you know, I think I remember my grandfather telling me something about a man who went to his wedding and he left in the feast and he was never seen again. And Sandy looked, and he looked at her face, and he looked down at his feet, which were beginning to shrivel, and Sandy's hair was going from black to grey to white, and his skin was cracking and leathery and falling apart, and now his hands were beginning to go to pieces. And in front of the old woman, Sandy became nothing but dust. So go out tonight, my good friends. Go down to the riverside. Walk past the old kirk. But be very, very careful who you talk to and what you lift or promise.
Rosie Mapplewith, everybody, storyteller. Now, Rosie tells stories at the Burns Museum. She's going to be there in Alloway on Saturday, and she's also are you in the High Street? At the Arran Mall, as part of Tamfest. So we were saying Tamfest it's a brand new thing. Look it up, tamfest.org.uk, or is it tamfest.com? I can't remember. Tamfest.com, I think. And Rosie is one of the storytellers for that, but they're doing all sorts of things, markets, what else have they got? Children's stuff, there's a haunted house, they've made a haunted house. There's all sorts of things going on, so it's worth coming into air. Many of the things are free. There's a buskers competition, so there's buskers spread about air playing. There's all sorts of things, building up to, I think there's a finale in the evening somewhere. Right, Rosie, do you know anything?
Know a little bit about it. There's a few people at Arran Mall from 10 o'clock in the morning. There'll be a fair bit down the bottom of the high street. There'll be stuff up by Tam O'Shanter End. There's a really interesting performance, Tam O'Shanter centered performance in the Gaiety, which has got really top-notch actors created. And there's a haunted house, there's haunted book bugs for children in the town hall, there's activities for children in the town hall, and there's history walks going out from the Gaiety, which should be really interesting.
So, as I said, Rosie, everybody, thank you. You got it? Can you? And but Rosie does other things as well. You need to look her up, Rosie Mapplewith. And on the live stream there's a link to one of Rosie's websites. She does all things, not amongst which she also keeps bees. She is a beekeeper, and she's got some interesting things about that. Anyway, ghoulish. So we're gonna really scare you because we've got Ian Newlands and he's on his own. No. Tell you. One of us might not be going home tonight. Yes. I've decided that less is more. Yes, don't you think less is more? Oh, right, okay. So moving swiftly on. So we've got Ian Newlands. He's going to play a little bit, and then I'm going to come round with my list because I haven't actually. I was so. You can have the wee stool. Note to the sound desk. You might need to stop talking and turn the sound down. Ooh, points to me. Right. No bother. Right. No, I was just saying it was ringing a little bit, and you. Right, I'd like you two at the front, seeing as there's only two of you. I'm going to bring you a notebook, and I'd like you to take notes. In fact, I'm going to ask you to do that every week, and then remind me at the end of the year why do I do this? Well, anyway, I do it because there's loveliness abounding, and this is Ian Newlands. He's going to play. He's 1/4 of the cafe orchestra that now play at Buzzworks on a Sunday afternoon, and it's a Duffy quartet thing, but I think is it not the Buzzworks Cafe Orchestra or something? Duffy Quartet. But Ian Newlands is part of that because he's damn fine. So he's going to play, and then I'm going to come round with my list. So here we go. No, and part of the problem with Halloween for an open mic is that most musicians don't know any Halloween songs. There's loads. In fact, there's loads that you could just play, like if you were a DJ, but they're not. You need sound effects. Like, I made more. In fact, you'll have to find it. Do you remember? I am a mummy. Do you remember that one? I am a mummy, and I go down the street and people say, "Wah!" like that. Do you not know that song? Yeah, thank you. So anyway, moving swiftly on.
Some instrumentals, Carol. I don't need the mic, really.
Can he unplug? Is that all right? Is that all right? Thank you so much. Are you? Right, you already tuned it. Right, so that's Ian Newlands, everybody. Was that not a beautiful little thing to have? After the scariness of the wedding thing, he's going to retune it. Next, we have the lovely Dee, and hadn't seen her for a wee while. She came and played her first gig here about 3 weeks ago, and you've got to get back on the horse as soon as possible. So she's back. She says she's got some new songs. Yeah, thank you. Now, Dee was just modelling our new chair there. I don't know if you spotted. Did you see the new chair? Did you? No, you didn't, but you nodded like you did. That was good. Right reaction, thank you. Well, anyway, we've got a new chair, and it was very expensive. And my chair, when I saw it, I thought that would be perfect for in here to sit on. And I said to the woman in the shop, I said, and how much is that chair, please? And she looked at me and she said, £2? And I thought, now £2. What if it doesn't look any good? And I actually found myself thinking that, what if it's not right? What if it's the wrong size? £2. £2. Anyway, yeah, well, bargain, eh? I think it's going to be a little feature.
Like that. Right. Right, okay. This is the second time that I've done this, and I'm not great at the guitar, so the last guy put me to shame, but I'm going to have a go, because if I don't try, I'm not going to get any better. Okay? This is a song about drinking. It's the middle of the week, I'm just driving home. Sun's going down and there's nothing going on. A playing whiskey and river, turn it up. me damned, I'm not the only one here. Looks like the whole damn town's in the mood for a beer. It ain't the weekend yet. 2 for 1 night, I guess we'll just drown to that heavenly neon light. I ain't hating my job. What's your excuse? You got a broken heart, or you just thirsty too? No matter what it is, whatever the case, think we're all planning on getting shit-faced. Well, it's one of those nights when it feels like we ought to be drinking. We're gonna get a little rowdy like we're living in a country song. Some nights a man for sitting at home, sitting on the couch watching TV alone. But tonight it sure feels like we ought to be drinking. Honey, tonight it sure feels like we ought to be drinking. Thank you. A few mistakes, but that's the nerves, right? Okay, most of you will know this one. A few people will hate it. I actually hate it, but I like singing it, so here goes. Hang on. Right, okay, get it in a minute. Bear with me. Jolene, 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 begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, with golden locks of almond hair, and ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your voice is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft as summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him even though you can. He talks about you in his sleep, and I can hardly bear to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. And I can easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know what he means to me, Jolene. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him even though you can. Now you could have your choice of man, but I could never love again, 'cause he's the only one for me, Jolene. I have to have this talk with you, my happiness depends on you, and whatever you decide to do, Jolene, 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 I was going to do one more, but I'm just so nervous I can't do any more, so sorry.
One more song!
Right, okay. Okay, right. Okay, I'm going to do something a wee bit different. I remember when I lost my mind. There was something special about that place. She's having let go in so much space. When you're there without care, I was out of touch. And it wasn't because I didn't know enough. Think I knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Is that you? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Just like you. And my heroes said they just to let me how to live their lives. Remember thinking, I wanna be like them. Ever since I was little, thought it looked like fun. And it's no coincidence I've come. Think I'll die when I'm done. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Just like you. Well, I think I'm crazy. I think I'm crazy. I think I'm crazy. Just like you. Thank you.
D, everybody! A bit too much reverb. D, D, D! On her second go. And you were dead sparkling. Oh, she's trembling like a leaf. But the thing is, the only way to not tremble like a leaf is to keep doing it. So, oh, can she unplug? Hang on. Go on then. Now, I just want to warn everybody that the sound team were obviously so frightened by Rosie's story that they've had to start drinking whiskey. Mark's told me, he's told me that it's not his fault. He's explained that the big boys did it and ran away.
It's not my fault. The big boys did it and then they ran away.
Exactly. So, when I find out who the big boys are, they're in trouble. All right. So there we are, Pumpkinhead. Anyway, did you hear that the pumpkin harvest has been so bad that half the number of pumpkins have been produced this year? Did you know that? That's a world shortage, basically, of pumpkins. So I know this because they were talking on the radio about we'll have to go back to the old days when we didn't use pumpkins. Now, I have to tell you that Halloween figured in no way in my childhood because my mum was utterly against it, and I don't think people did it round my bit of England. Anyway, apparently in the olden days they used turnips, yes. And what surprised me is how many people Apparently they were deluged on the radio when they mentioned turnips or neep lanterns. They were deluged by Twitter and Facebook with people remembering their neep lanterns. I've seen some. They look scary. They look like someone's boiled an old head, cut out the eyes, knocked all the teeth out, and then left it in the sun for, it's quite scary. Anyway, neep lanterns. And apparently they're much harder to carve, so it was a bigger deal. You're with me. Dangerous. Using a knife before health and safety was invented. Is that right? So, it was a smell. Right, well, I've no idea what any of you are about. But anyway, seemingly, so I think next year we should just forget the pumpkins. It's very American, isn't it? We should go back to the neep lanterns, and we could have carrot carving. Now, on that score, I should mention, can we have a small round of applause? She's not gone home, has she? Has Gemma gone home? Ah, Gemma, if you're watching, Gemma made all the pumpkin candles on the table. So can we have a round of applause for Gemma? She made all of, except the one on the bar. I do believe someone else made them, but all these ones around her, she made all of them. And I don't know if you spotted her T-shirt, because she had a skeleton T-shirt with a skeleton baby on it. Oh, hello you. So why am I here? Well, I'm here. Oh yes, I'm here to tell you that we're gonna have someone else to play. Did I ask someone else? Oh no, we're not. Ignore me. Right. Sorry. I've been tired. I've had a bit of a week, and I live with Mark. What else do you need to know? So next, we're going to befuddle and bemuse you. We're going to upset you. Hopefully, you've got a drink in front of you and you have a strong stomach, because over there we have the storyteller who's come from, he's from Ayrshire. He's from Ayr, actually, but he's been treading the Royal Mile in Edinburgh, telling his grisly tales, and we're very lucky to have him here as well. So on this ghoulish Thursday evening for Ghoulish Bliss, we're going to invite to the stage, it's not him, that's Pete. We're going to invite to the stage Callum. He's coming this way. And I'm going to let him do whatever it is that he does. Now, he won't use a microphone, all right? So we're going to scatter microphones about, because apparently he's quite loud. So we're going to... Yes, he doesn't need... You can hear it already. He doesn't need it. So we're going to make these smaller. So prepare to be upset and frightened, all of you. And we're going to put some smoke on. Is that joke? Right.
So, good evening. My name's Callum Legg, and I've been invited to tell you a few stories. And I've just actually found out on my phone that Canada has logged on as well. So this one I'm actually going to dedicate to a young guy in Canada by the name of Kieran, who is listening to this story. Yep. So, I have travelled about doing a lot of gruesome and grisly tales, and obviously Scotland is very famous for such gruesome stuff. And one of the stories that I really like is an Edinburgh-based story, but we've had them everywhere. You'll all be familiar with the resurrection men, or the grave robbers. Ayr had them, I'm pretty sure Prestwick probably had them, Glasgow had them, and Edinburgh had them. And Edinburgh had two of the most famous. And you've probably all heard of William Burke and William Hare. But this isn't a story about them. This is a story about a better resurrection man by the name of Brown. You see, Brown apparently was one of the best in his class. This is a man that dug up corpses and made an absolute fortune out of it. But he'd learned his lessons from William Burke and William Hare. Why go to the effort of digging up dead bodies when there's so many of them walking around waiting to happen? He decided he was going to take up the same trade and make his own corpses. But Brown, well, he should have stuck to his main job. On his first attempt at murder, Brown was caught, arrested, tried and sentenced. And he was hung to death at the grass market in Edinburgh. His body was taken from the gallows. The doctor did all the tests, pulse, heart and breath. And then he was signed off dead, which obviously was a wee bit of a surprise for Brown, because a couple of minutes later he sat bolt upright on the table, coughing, spluttering, with a very sore throat. Now, this creates a wee bit of a complication, because you see, in the eyes of the law, Brown is technically now a free man. In the eyes of God, Brown is a free man. But a hangman only made money for a corpse. So the hangman is going to lose coin. So he thinks, I'll be damned if this is going to happen. So he does the unthinkable. He grabs Brown by the scruff of the neck. He marches him back out to the gallows in front of all the crowd. Now, think about this. This is a double hanging. They would have been going wild at this stage. Brown gets strung up and dropped a second time. But to make sure the job's a good one, the hangman leaps off the gallows. He crawls underneath. He grabs Brown by the ankles and he drops all his weight onto the corpse, stretching Brown's neck a second time. And of course the doctor checks him and signs Brown dead. But now we really do have a problem. You see, the hangman has actually just broken the law with what he's done. The hangman is effectively now a criminal. So he needs to hide the evidence as quickly as he can. And in Edinburgh, the perfect way to hide a dead body is sell it to the anatomists. They're desperate for corpses. They want to slice and dice and gut them all. So the hangman takes Brown's body, sells it to the anatomists in the hope that that will be the end of it. But Brown's destiny was never to be for slice and dice. You see, unfortunately, Brown was to be used for a slightly more theatrical piece of surgery. There was once a very famous Italian medical man by the name of Galvani. Galvani had developed a process of using chemical batteries and frogs. He had wired the frogs up to the batteries and the muscles would twitch. Now, many years later, Galvani's nephew arrives in Edinburgh. He has progressed this system, and our frog is now called Brown. Brown is strapped to the chair. Brown is wired up with electrodes. In the theatre, you have lords and ladies and surgeons and all sorts. They're not here for a medical procedure. They are here for theatre. Oh, and the oohs and the ahs. Because as soon as that first switch is flicked, Brown's hand starts to twitch. They can't believe what they're seeing. This is amazing. Oh, Galvani's nephew with a flourish flicks the second switch, and now both of Brown's hands are twitching in the audience. Oh, bravo, bravo. This is amazing. Everyone's on their feet. Everyone's excited. It changes so quickly. Happiness turns to horror and screams as all of a sudden Brown's head shoots bolt upright. Brown's eyes open and he starts emanating the most horrendous, bloodied, cursing scream you can ever imagine. Well, the audience are panicking. Doctors are in shock. People are screaming, "Turn it off, he's alive!" Galvani, he's never had this happen before. In all the years he's tried this experiment, this has never happened. This poor man is panicking in front of this audience and he does the only thing he thinks he can do. He grabs a scalpel and simply runs it over Brown's throat, sending a huge gout of arterial spray into the audience. The first two rows, well, let's say they got more than they bargained for that night, as they are covered in blood. Everyone is now screaming, there's vomit, there's fainting, But Galvani is now absolutely panicking. He's trying to figure out, how do I prove that Brown was dead? And it comes to him. He gets the orderlies to slam the body on the table. He then proceeds with scalpel to slide up the body, slicing it open. He saws open the rib cage, cracking it open, and deftly removes the heart. He then steps forward with heart in hand. Ladies and gentlemen, he was dead all along. It was only the electricity that made him look alive. Which, in all honesty, is quite reasonable, isn't it? And of course, that would have been quite a good explanation if Galvani hadn't just happened to miss one of the most important things that everyone had noticed. As he stepped forward, holding the heart in hand and making his preposterous statement, he had failed to notice that it was still beating in the palm of his hand as the last bit of Brown's life faded away. And that story is one of my favourite Edinburgh tales. And I quite often ask an audience, does anybody doubt the validity of that story? Does anyone think I might have gone a wee bit too far with that? No, you're all believers. Good. The reason is that I love asking that, I love telling that story, is because it is a true Edinburgh tale. It's documented in Surgeons Hall. It's actually been signed off by some of the most eminent surgeons of its day. But it also has an extra little twist. Because Brown is now one of our most commonly documented supernatural entities in Edinburgh. And if any of you are of the medical mind and wish to take a stroll through Surgeons Hall, you might be fortunate to meet Brown. You'll see him slowly shambling towards you with arm outstretched. You'll start to notice that there's a huge hole in his chest and blood dripping from everywhere and spurting from his throat. And as he comes closer with eyes and mouth wide open, he will always be presenting his heart to you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Callum, everybody. Callum. I can't. What's your last name? Lycan. Right. Sorry. Callum Lycan. You look on the live stream. You'll see a link to his website. He tells mainly grizzly tales. And I was thinking, I'm sure isn't there a nice story about a little dog in Edinburgh? Isn't there a nice story about a little dog? Rather than the beating heart torn from the chest of a... Would I not? Is that one sad as well? But thank you very much. Now, and I'm thinking this is the first time we've departed from just playing music. It would be lovely to have all different kinds of performers. So if you're watching, it would be great. The only reason it's all music is because it's only musicians that come. So if you tap dance, we've got two tap dancing brothers in the house tonight, right? But I just cannot persuade them to get their shoes on and come up, But we're working on them. But whatever it is that you do, please come forward at some point. So anyway, I don't know what's going on behind me. I was hoping to keep in the serious vein and play a song, right? If you're still watching, just turn off now, please. That's really... Marcel, if you're still watching in Amsterdam, look, they're orange anyway. It's your national colour. That's what he was thinking, obviously. I don't know what he was thinking. Give you a microphone. Right. I'm actually wishing this veil was a little bit thicker and longer. actually, I can't talk really because I was looking back through some of the old Halloween pictures, and I went once as Sophia. I was Sophia Loren in 20,000 BC. I went as that, right? But nobody knew who I was. They all thought I was Fred Flintstone, which wasn't very flattering. Yeah, but I had a pair of balloons. Anyway, look, we can't do this song with that. We can't. No, I'm not. I refuse on principle. Right, you'll have to play a tune on your own then, because I'm not. No, we're not doing that song with this. Oh! And that's cabaret. No extra charge for that. Right, this is a song.
I was enjoying that.
For Sarah. This is a song for Sarah. Oh, you're not plugged in. Right, after all that fanning around.
Sorry, Pete.
Big boys again. Right, so yeah. So do you remember a wee while ago, Callum left on a serious note, beautiful serious note, it was lovely. We were going to seamlessly move into this song for Sarah to keep the mood, but somehow it's altered. Pete boy, is Pete the big boy that we referred to earlier? Oh dear, right, the truth is out. Okay, so anyway, it's coming up to that time of year anyway, and this is our coming up to that time of year song. It's coming on Christmas, they're cutting down the trees, they're putting up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace. I wish I had a river I could skate away on, but it don't snow here, it stays pretty green. I'm gonna make a lot of money and quit this crazy scene. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Oh, I wish I had a river so long I would teach my feet to fly high. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I made my baby cry. Oh, oh, oh. Well, he tried hard to please me, you know. He put me at ease, and he loved me so naughty. He made me weak at the knees. I wish I had a river I could skate away on, but I'm so hard to handle, you know. I'm selfish and I'm bad, and I've gone and lost the best babe that I've ever had. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Oh, I wish I had a river so long I would teach my feet to fly. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I They're cutting down the trees. They're putting up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. It's a pleasure, Sarah. Well, in fact, thank you for asking, because I love any excuse to play that song. Right. I'm really not sure where he is today. But anyway, if you're watching in Canada, it was a joke. It's never Wayne. Is Wayne? Wayne, right, see, that's what you've done. That was, hey, Wayne. That's Wayne Jansen in Canada. You should check him out. He's a fantastic guitar player. He puts up YouTube videos. He's on Facebook. Wayne Jansen. Hello, Wayne. Hope you'll come over. In fact, I'm thinking we should maybe try and live link with Canada sometime. I don't know what time it is over there. He's left his beer. Because we mentioned him. Because he's laughing at Mark. Right, well, so apparently Canada has just laughed its beer out of his nose. Wayne in Canada laughing at Mark. His beer came out of his nose. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing to people. Please leave the stage. Right. So, Oliver, I know you're glugging, but please come and rescue us. Wayne, one day we'll practice, right? And then we'll be really good instead of just being the comedy alternative. But then you see, I've been saying that for 20 years.
This one's going down my trousers.
No, it's not. For God's sakes. Right. Oliver. Right. Now, what I have to say is I used to get a bit upset about this sort of thing. But what's delightful about live streaming to the internet is I have to I just live with the embarrassment of this. But he'll watch this back in his workshop, probably next week when we've got people in, and he'll put it on, and this will appear. Please, 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 please. Right. Wayne, I hope you've managed to keep some of your beer in your glass. So, that was brilliant, Mark. Did you hear that? From the sound team encouraging him. I've got a theory that people buy Mark drinks just purely to see what will happen. It's like, ooh, stick some stuff in him and then off he goes like a rocket. Right. Well, Chloe's enjoying it, so as long as someone's happy. Right. See, you've spent all those years learning how to tell stories, and all you need to do is put a balloon up your shirt and then pop it, for goodness sakes. Anyway. So I'm going to hand over to Oliver, and then after Oliver, I'm hopefully going to round up the Duffmeister and half of the Cafe Orchestra Quartet. A half of the quartet are in the house, so we're going to get them on. So anyway, this is Oliver, everybody. Last week I had to get him off because it was almost the end, so we're getting him on a little bit earlier tonight. I don't know what's your last name. Finn and Brent. Finn Brent. Finn Brent. Right, Oliver Finn Brent. Really? I've never heard that.
No one has. No, it's just there's only me and my family has it.
We need to know more next time.
asked my father. I said, Father, change my name. The one I'm using now is covered up with fear and filth and cowardice and shame. Oh, when lover, 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 come back to me. Yes, and lover, 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 come back to me. He said, I long to win this body. I meant it as a kind of trial. You can use it as a weapon or to make a woman smile. Oh, and lover, 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 come back to me. Yes, and lover, 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 come back to me. I never turned aside, he said. I never ever walked away. And it was you who left the temple. It was you who covered up your face. Yes, and lover, 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 come on back to me. Yes, and lover, 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 come back to me. May the spirit of the song may rise up pure and free. May it be a shield for you, a shield against the enemy. Yes, a lover, 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 come back to me. Yes, a lover, 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 come back to me. Yes, a lover, 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 come back to me. Yes, a lover, 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 come back to me. So, don't know if anyone here knows this, but I'm a really big fan of Bruce Springsteen. And a couple weeks ago, he announced that he's releasing this big box set the day before my birthday. And so last night, my girlfriend in bed asked me what I was thinking about, and I said I was thinking about this box. And I was looking forward to her buying it for my birthday. And then she announced that she had already bought my birthday present a long while ago, and that she'd not be getting me this box set. And I wasn't very happy. Which led to the question, the real Pandora's box. She asked me if I loved Bruce Springsteen more than her. Hindsight is a wonderful thing, because that doghouse I'm in right now. Anyway, I said to her, if you buy me this box set, then I'll love you more than Bruce Springsteen. Nah, it's my bed. Well, now you may think I'm foolish for the foolish things I do. You may wonder how come I love you when you get on my nerves like you do. Well, baby, you know you bug me. There ain't no secret about that. Well, come over here and hug me, and baby, I'll spill the facts. Well, now, honey, it ain't your money, 'cause I've got plenty of that. I love you for your pink Cadillac, crushed with velvet seats, riding in the back, cruising down the street and waving to the girls, feeling out of sight, spending all my money on a Saturday night. Honey, I just wonder what it feels like in the back of your pink Cadillac, your pink Cadillac. Now way back in the Bible, temptations always come along. There's always somebody tempting, somebody doing something that they know is wrong. Well, to tempt you, serve with silver, and she'll tempt you, serve with gold, and she'll tempt you with the pleasure the flesh does surely hold. They say that Eve tempted Adam with an apple, but man, I ain't falling for that. I know it was her pink Cadillac, crushed velvet seats, riding in the back, cruising down the street and waving to the girls, feeling out of sight, spending all my money on a Saturday night. Honey, I just wonder what do there in the back of your pink Cadillac, your pink Cadillac. Some folks say it's a little too big and it uses too much gas. Some folks say that's a little too old and it goes too fast. But my love is bigger than a Honda, it's bigger than a Subaru. And man, there's only one thing and only one car that'll do. And we don't even have to drive it, you can just blow me in the back. We'll have a party in your pink Cadillac, crushed velvet seats, riding in the back, cruising down the street and we're waving to the girls, feeling out of sight, spending all my money on Saturday night. Honey, I just wonder what it feels like in the back of your pink Cadillac, 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 your pink Cadillac. Is a burning thing and makes a fiery ring, bound by a wild desire. I fell into the ring of fire. I fell into the burning ring of fire. Went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The rain of fire. I fell into the burning ring of fire. Went down, 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 and then flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The rain of fire, the rain of fire. The taste of love is sweet, when hearts like ours beat. I can for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. Oh, so wild, girl, and I fell into that burning rain of fire. Went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The rain of fire, the rain of fire. And I fell into the burning rain of fire. Went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The rain of fire, the rain of fire. And it burns, and it burns. The rain of fire. Spooky. Well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I'm itching like a man on a fuzzy tree. My friends say I'm acting wild as a bug. I'm in love, oh, I'm all shook up, whoa. Well, my hands are shaky and my knees are weak. Oh, I can't seem to stand on my own 2 feet. Who do you think of when you have such a look? I'm in love, oh, I'm all shook up, whoa. Well, please don't ask me what's on my mind. I'm a little messed up, but I'm feeling fine. When I'm near a girl that I love best, well, my heart beats so it scares me to death. Well, I touch my hand, oh, what a chill I got. Her lips are like a volcano that's hot. I'm proud to say she's my buttercup. I'm in love, oh, I'm all shook up, whoa. Well, my hands are tired when I try to speak. My inside shake like a leaf on a tree. When I meet a girl that I love the best, well, my heart beats so it scares me to death. Well, she touched my hand, oh, what a chill I got. Her lips are like a volcano, it's hot. I'm proud to say she's my buttercup. I'm in love, oh, I'm all shook up, whoa. Well, my hands are shaky and my knees are weak. Oh, I can't seem to stand on my own 2 feet. There's only one cure for this body of mine, and that's to have that girl I love so fine. Well, she touched my hand, what a chill I got. Her lips are like a volcano that's hot. Now I'm proud to say she's my buttercup. I'm in love, hey, I'm all shook up, whoa, whoa. Yeah, 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 uh-huh, uh-huh, yeah, 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 oh, oh,
I'm all shook up, yeah. Well, I'm all shook up. Thank you.
Oliver, everybody. Now, you might well see, come on, clap, because there's hardly anybody left in the building. They've all gone to their beds. In fact, lots of people wanted to leave before 11 tonight because they've been here all day. No. Wayne Jansen's nose cannot take any more, Mark. Are we? We've got a left-handed player coming next week, have we? Ooh. Okay, you've done a deal with a left-handed player. Right, so next week, actually there's lots of things I can tell you, but I'm going to get them to play. So thank you, Oliver, because this was earlier than last week, right? But it's still, we'll get you on before 12 next time, I promise. In fact, I almost had a meltdown at 10:15, because everybody wanted to play before 11. Everybody says, I've got to be on, oh my God, before 11. Wayne, put your beard down. Right, empty your mouth, go to the toilet, whatever you need to do, because he's back, and who knows. Anyway, are you playing that? So Mark was mentioning next week. I might as well tell you about next week. I'm very excited. We've got an American blunty player. Blunty, blues and country. Grace, her name is, just coming over. So she'll be... Close enough for Bluntry, not Blunty, okay, Bluntry. It's country blues, Bluntry. Right, she's coming next week to do our singer-songwriter session. And what I should tell you is that although there's only like 5-7 of you left to hear this, and Wayne Jansen in Canada, that on Saturday night we are actually it is All Souls Eve, it's Halloween, and we're going to be in the tree house, not in here, all right? We're in the tree house. Did you know? Yeah. You've lost your balance. He's lost his balance. Wow. I've got a long list of things you lost, and balance isn't one of them. Anyway, so we're in the treehouse. We're doing the Acoustic Bliss Halloween special in there. We are not live streaming because we think it might be messy. They're bobbing for apples, and there's all sorts of things going on. Fancy dress and things, and well, who knows what might happen. It might not translate very well to film. But anyway, we'll be back here next Thursday. We've got lots of things. We've got songwriter sessions lined up for the next few weeks. Simon's looking. Is there something I'm supposed to say, Simon? Else? No? What, have you turned into Charlie Brooker? So, are you ready? Are you singing? Are you singing? I've spent the last 20 years, it is actually 20 years, apologising. Huh?
Song about a mad woman.
No, I'm letting you do it.
Oh, thank you. Is it your intro?
It's your intro.
All right. Every night my baby croons a Russian lullaby. Just an old plain tune. My baby starts to cry. Rockabye, my baby. Don't say yes, say maybe. Her land that's free for you and me, and a Russian lullaby. Every night my baby croons a Russian lullaby. Just an old plain F tune. My baby starts to cry. Rockabye, my baby. Don't say yes and maybe. Her land that's free for you and me, and a Russian lullaby. We'll do the tone with is that name minor? E minor. Another song about a mad woman. All night long, fake and dead, living in a medicine chest. I got a letter from Romania, hotel back, sprawled across a roll-top desk. The monkey rolled the blade on the overhead fan. Paint the donkey blue if you can. I got a telephone call from Istanbul, my baby's coming home today. Oh, won't you sell me one of those? I'll shave my head. Get me out of here before 5 bucks said. Never trust a man in a blue trench coat. Never drive a car when you're dead. Take me back to the Twa Dugs pub. I've got to shoot a hole in the day. I got a telephone call from Istanbul. My baby's coming home to the Twa Dugs bar. I've got to shoot a hole in the day. I got a telephone call from Istanbul, my baby's coming home today. I got a telephone call from Istanbul, my baby's coming home today. Yeah, what we got? Tears. Probably not. I'm pissed enough.
Up to you, man. We don't do tears.
No, we'll not do tears. What else we do?
One we sing or
I don't know. Any really coming up with?
what?
Any really coming up with? Alright, we'll do blue track. Okay, is that?
D minor,
Yeah. You start. That's what's like. Oh shit, You all right?
Stop slating our Buzzworks Jazz Club, alright?
So that was nice. Smooth. Nice. And joking aside, that's the demi quartet of the quartet that are appearing in Elliot's on Sundays between 2 and 4. They have a fiddle player, a bass player. They have Ian and Duffy, and it's splendid stuff. So you're quite scary, Mark. Well, you're scaring me anyway.
I'm only scaring you.
Yeah.
That's good enough then. It's good enough for me.
It's good enough for anybody. So I think it's time to call it a night, don't you? Yes. So anyway, yeah, right. So thank you very much to everybody that's been here tonight in our slightly ghoulish. I want to thank Rosie over there again for her loveliness. Well, it wasn't lovely is the wrong word. It was creepiness, and she made me jump. And bless her, she's had to deal with a dead chicken tonight already. Not that she did it herself. It was the fox. It was the fox what did it. Oh God. Oh look, Pumpkinhead. Right. Oh dear. Wayne, put that beer down again. Right. So thank you very much, everybody. And we'll be back next week. This nonsense will all be over. We'll be back to normal. We'll see you if you are about. If you're watching this and you live in the environs of Ed, don't forget Saturday the 31st. It's Tamfest all day, and we'll be putting up some other videos of Tamfest tomorrow. And we're in the evening. We're at the Treehouse for a Halloween special. That's if Pumpkinhead makes it through. Did you remember Eraserhead? Did anybody see that film? Yeah. Yes, well, I'm feeling a little bit like that at the moment. So we'll see you all next week. Thank you very much, everybody, and good night. Thank you to Simon and Jen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we'll see you all soon. Bye-bye. Get off. Get off. Get off. Off with you. Off his head. Yeah. Quick, play the titles and let's get off ski. Right, everybody, we're live to the interweb. Hey.
When issues were new, it was how do you do? It was whiskey and telling your tale.
I don't know if you noticed, if you've signed up for live stream, that Ronnie Scott's jazz club down in London, they also live stream on livestream.com. So we're in good company.
And all of my brothers that I've met on the way, they were drinking by night, they were drinking by day. Now restore to my eyes what was clear and was bright, and take me out drinking tonight. Oh, take me out drinking tonight.
Over the last 14 weeks, we've had people watching in from Brisbane, Australia. We've had lots of people from Australia, actually. We've had people from Canada. We've had people from America. We've had people from all over Europe. What did you say? Germany, Holland, France. So yeah, we've been pretty international, and many of those people have been to Ayr at some point as well, or have got family here. And so thank you, Bob, for making this happen.
Restore to my eyes what was clear and was bright, and take me out drinking